Alright, try to imagine walking into a massive bank vault, expecting to see stacks of cash, gold bars, and secured documents. But instead, when you open the heavy steel door, the vault is completely empty. No paper money, no physical gold, just rows of hyper fast servers humming in the dark, processing trillions of dollars in digital tokens every single second. This isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. This is the exact reality currently being engineered behind the closed doors of Wall Street right now. While the average retail trader is staring at daily price charts and panicking over temporary market dips, the largest mega banks in the world, which are JPMorgan, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo, are quietly laying down the tracks for a brand new financial system. They are shifting away from traditional stablecoins and moving directly into tokenized deposits. A major legislative wave called the Clarity Act is rapidly moving through the United States Senate with a target presidential signature date of July 4th. But a prominent market pundit recently dropped a massive truth bomb that has completely flipped the script for the XRP community. XRP does not actually need this law to survive. So in this video, we are pulling back the curtain on what the banks are truly building and why the underlying financial infrastructure is already locked and loaded. Alright, let's start with the very first question about why are Wall Street giants secretly building their own crypto portfolio. To understand where the market is moving, we have to look at what the biggest institutions are actively doing. JPMorgan, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo are not trying to ban digital assets anymore. Instead, they are planning their very own tokenized deposit systems. On top of that, the clearinghouse is officially launching an advanced blockchain settlement network next year, designed for instant 24/7 tokenized payments. This massive shift was publicly confirmed by Congressman French Hill during a recent speech on the Clarity Act. He stated that banks are going to be extremely competitive because deposit tokenization allows them to operate smoothly without ever needing to rely on standard dollar-backed stablecoins. They are essentially creating an institutional-grade network that bypasses traditional payment friction entirely. As a long-time market observer, this tells me that the old narrative of banks versus crypto is completely dead. The banks realized they couldn't stop the technology, so they choose to adopt the architecture. They are building a proprietary layer on top of distributed ledgers, where a powerhouse like JP Morgan tokenizes treasuries. They aren't just experimenting. They are proving that traditional banking liquidity must move at the speed of light to survive in modern finance. So the next question is, does the XRP ledger realistically need Washington's permission? To bring us to the viral insights shared on X by the prominent crypto commentator X Finance Bull, he responded directly to the government's recent admissions by stating a profound truth. So let's highlight that part. The profound truth, where XRP does not require the Clarity Act to function as a highly efficient bridge asset. The ledger is fully operational right now, completely independent of whatever happens in Congress. To back this up, we can look at the incredible volume of real-world activity already anchored to the XRP ledger. MasterCard has successfully settled transactions using this technology. JPMorgan has utilized it to settle tokenized treasuries. The DTCC has officially confirmed Ripple Prime. Right now, there are over $4 billion in tokenized assets deployed, alongside $1.7 billion in RLUSD stablecoin circulating across more than 40 different blockchain networks. The infrastructure isn't a prototype. It is actively handling elite financial traffic. So, in my opinion, I strongly agree with the perspective that XRP survival is not dependent on a political stamp of approval. The technology has already won the battle of utility. When you look at billions of dollars in tokenized real-world assets actively running on the network, it becomes clear that the utility is absolute. The recent market downturns we've witnessed are nothing more than short-term noise. The institutions are already playing in this sandbox. They are simply waiting for the official legal whistle to blow so they can do it in front of the public. All right. So, what does the July 4th target actually change for global finance? If the network is already functioning perfectly, why does the Clarity Act matter so much to Wall Street? The answer comes down to regulatory comfort. The Clarity Act establishes clear registration standards, rigid custody rules, and a defined jurisdictional boundary between the SEC and the CFTC. It provides a crystal clear legal map for mega banks to deploy trillions of dollars into digital asset infrastructure without fearing arbitrary lawsuits or regulatory ambiguity. The progress of this bill has been remarkably fast. It cleared the House last summer, and on May 14, 2026, a Senate Banking Committee advanced it with a strong 15-9 vote. Just days ago, on June 1, it was officially placed on the Senate calendar, making it fully eligible for a historic floor vote. The White House has officially set July 4th as the absolute target date for a final presidential signature. In my view on this legislative sprint is that the banks aren't lobbying against the bill. They are actively lobbying to refine the wording to maximize their own competitive advantages. They want to ensure that when the floodgates open on Independence Day, their tokenized deposit systems can seamlessly hook into existing public ledgers. This isn't about halting progress. It's a strategic corporate land grab for the future of infrastructure control. Now, how much capital is truly log jammed behind the regulation wall? According to the analysis highlighted by X-Finance Bull, the relationship between the passage of this bill and the institutional capital deployment is a direct line. Trillions of dollars in traditional banking capital are currently sitting completely frozen on the sidelines, legally prohibited from entering open digital asset ecosystems. The XRP ledger was custom built from day one to handle this exact level of immense institutional volume. It possesses the necessary liquidity, speed, and track record that high finance requires. Once the legal framework is safely active, the frozen capital can instantly convert into live on-chain liquidity. Now, when you look at the sheer scale of the global banking system, retail crypto volume is a tiny drop in a massive ocean. The moment these compliance barriers are dismantled by the Senate, the inflow of capital will be unlike anything we have ever witnessed in market history. Those who panic selling their positions due to temporary price drops are completely missing the macro perspective. The infrastructure is built, the banks are ready, and the countdown to July is officially ticking. So, my overall conclusion is that the evolution of the digital asset market is moving far beyond simple speculation. XRP and the XRP ledger do not need a political rescue package to survive. Their utility has already been validated by massive entities like MasterCard and the DTCC. The true purpose of the upcoming Clarity Act is to give risk-averse commercial banks the legal green light to openly scale their tokenized deposit networks. With a full Senate vote lock on the calendar and a White House target of July 4th, the old era of regulatory uncertainty is coming to a rapid end. The institutions are not trying to destroy the ecosystem, they are preparing to migrate the entire financial world onto it. So this finally ends our video. Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next one, or you might just as well check this recommended video right here.